Hello, Jean. I hope you're doing well. Sorry about the delay in connecting. I know it's only a couple minutes, but it would not start the stream right now for some reason. It just stayed. I'm good. I'm good. It's a warmer day, so not like having to put on all my sweaters and stuff. Honestly, like a really nice temperature today. Okay. Did I get it right? A little off center, but we are. Hi, Techie. I'm good. How are you? Hope you're doing good today. Hope you had some good sleep. Why am I clicking everything on my phone but the things I need to click? So we have 4 for Techie. I wish I could get this to stay autofocus. I'm sorry if it goes out of focus throughout the stream. I'll say this before I open up the chat to everyone. If it like jumps, if it goes blurry, it's not me doing it. I'm not sure what it's trying to focus on, but it keeps trying to refocus on things and I keep moving it so that it I can see it focus when I'm down here, but then it goes blurry. So it's weird. So if it goes blurry, apologize. I don't want to use these cards today. Hope you did as well. I did. Actually, I slipped pretty good. Those are not the right cards. These are the right cards. Okay, so we have a reminder to look at the rules before we start. There are certain things I will say no to, um, only because we've had a couple people ask some things that were on the no-nos list. So just be, aware. It's not necessarily that I won't answer them, it's that I feel like we all have a different way of reading things, so just be sure. I think Techie and Jean, don't worry, you're not the ones included on that. Just be sure. Okay, I'll go ahead. Open up the list. Remember, if you answered, if you were part of last night's stream, that means you won't get your questions answered in this one because it does include the once a week. Ooh, hold on, that's pretty good. Solid 4 hours, pretty good. I've been seeing a lot of people that have been struggling with maybe an hour, maybe 2. So 4, it's good. Don't worry, Techie. It's not you. It was more of a connection that I don't like reading for. Well, actually it's two. It's two. One was about a third party and they added that on in the second post. And it was like something I hate, being a part of. Basically, that's it. It's not necessarily whether I'm right or wrong. I just don't like being a part of those. And then the other one was a twin flame situation that I've gone to readings on, just because most people in that have a toxicity that I'd rather keep out of the stream. And that too, what Jean just said is like quite a few people last night asked one question and then another one and then another one. And I'm like, okay, yeah, there's clarifying and then there's like actually just, yeah. So that's the thing. It's like just making sure people understand that I just don't want negativity, and I also don't want to be the one that insinuates, because that can be also something that creates a toxic environment. Because I'm like, okay, if you know somebody's not seeing you eye to eye, if you know somebody's toxic to you, that's time to back up. If you're aware that somebody is having relations with somebody outside of the relationship, I can say only so much. That honestly became a rule because of that one person in particular that kept asking, and I kept saying no, that there was nobody else, and they kept asking, and it wasn't anybody that like a ways down. It wasn't. It was somebody who was actually like um working extra hours to save up so that they could get a better place to live. And he wasn't like, meeting other people or anything. He was just saving up. He was working hard to provide for them. So that's the only thing. I might have to, rearrange some rules just so that it's more of a clear thing, and also like enforce it. That's just what I got to do. I have to enforce those rules because I'm just not good with them. Okay, so today we're using the Alice in Wonderland deck. Sorry, there's something weird on it. I'll help you when I catch them early. Yeah, I appreciate it. I just was like, this is the first time in a while that it was like quite a few people. So I'm using the Tarot in Wonderland. That's a deck I've had for a long time. Its imagery is a little different in some cards than the traditional Rider-Waite Tarot, Rider-Waite-Smith Tarot. And I will say, like, it heavily relies on the book Alice in Wonderland, not solely the movie. So if I mention something, it's because of the knowledge I have of the book. Sometimes it's more so I see the connection there. So if it's like a toxicity, you might not see it in the card, like the that author, like the moon has the two guys walking down, or the two characters walking down the beach with the little what are they? I want to say they're mussels, but I don't think they are. They're something, little mollusks. Um, so they're like, I'm gonna make you a star. Everything's gonna be fantastic, but they're actually like luring them to their death because they're gonna eat them. So That's one of the parts of the story. Like you think that they're being all nice, but then they're reveal the like hidden part of the moon. So it's a little trippy, but I do like this deck sometimes. So we'll go ahead and get started on Techie's first question. Oh my god, did they literally just... Yeah. Okay. We have Judgment. Okay. We have Five of Cups, Knight of Swords, Three of Wands, Four of Pentacles. This one also, for some reason, has a glare on it. That's pretty bad. So if it's super bad, I'll try to change positions. Oh, it's not bad. We have Ace of Wands and Nine of Wands. Sorry, Nine of Wands. So Judgment coming out as that first card is a card of like, obviously, of judgment, of like the way people are seeing you, the way people are treating you. But with Judgment coming out sort of in I guess in a negative way, because of the cards that are next to it or the cards that surround it, we're seeing quicker judgment, we're seeing slower reaction time, we're seeing less actual care put into things. And it's a lot of different energies going on here, but I think mainly the frustrating, the... Uh-oh. Oh, she's talking to delivery people. When it comes to this layout, I'm not seeing like, some of the cards are actually good cards, but some of them are cards that create a sort of a negative surrounding. So it makes that card more frustrating than it is. So Four of Pentacles here, that's a card of just like keeping to yourself or staying away from things, worrying about your reaction to things, worrying about people reacting to you, worrying about what's sort of being spread out. But there's also an isolation within that card. Three of Wands is also a card of adventure, stepping out, but another card of isolation. And it's very like prominent in all these cards that they're all sort of alone except for Judgment over there. And even with Judgment, there's only one person who's judging. And feels to be like this person just has a way of almost like manipulating things or seeing things in such a toxic way that there's no way of seeing it um in any other way, right? It could be something simple like, say, not asleep. Okay. Like say you were hold on. So say like you're... What she wants. Yeah. Well, that's the thing. Like, say you're walking out the door, but like you're a far distance ahead of people, and because of that, you don't hold the door open, or like you're in a rush. So even though there's like a big difference, you don't hold the door open, and then they're like, "Oh my god, this person never holds the door open for anyone. How rude!" It just creates this bigger like issue than what it was, and then they tell everybody and they focus on these like little things, but at the same time they'd like be like, "Oh, don't worry, don't worry about that. I know you were rushing. I know that um you weren't able to. Don't think like negative about it." But you know that they're still like, it's still on their mind, and they still continue with those things. So it's nothing that you've done that has been like truly bad, right? It's nothing that's coming out as like super negative because we don't see where you're impacting others or where you're singled out. It's more so them singling out others. And we see that in that judgment card where they're the one judging everybody else at the workplace. They're the one that's like isolating themselves. But I think it's just one of those people that create toxicity for whatever reason. Like they're the ones that like, oh, nobody came over to me, therefore everybody dislikes me. But it was like, why didn't you go over to them, or why didn't you make the effort? But I think this person just likes to um react. We see negative reaction, of course, because um we have the Knight of Swords. That's a very quick decision, has no evaluation to it, and we see issues. So this person just keeps moving forward with more issues, more like frustrations. They just get mad at little things, or they talk crap about little things. It's not anything big. It's just like if you leave a cup on the counter or something, um, but say you're going back right after to pick it up, they'll tell, they'll tell everyone you left the cup on the counter, but they won't tell everyone that you picked it up. They won't tell everyone that, or like you spill something, they'll tell everyone you spilled something and didn't clean it up, even though you like walked away to go get the stuff to clean it up. It's things where they're almost like they're manipulating the way that things actually look. And I'm not sure if it's just always the way that they've always been. I mean, it might be because of the like continuation across the Nine of Wands, but it could also be something that just happened and now they're like super defensive, and they're like, this is um frustrating, this is like um creating a combativeness. It could be one person in particular that sort of set them off, but now they're just reaching for things. But like I said, um I don't think it's bad. I think it's like made up, and probably they do this so often that it's something that's not really taken serious. So she's just, or this person, this energy, um just not in a good mindset. And I think they do this to anyone. And even the people that they act like they're friends with, I think they'll do this to anyone. Okay, we'll see the second. Ooh. Oh, this one's shuffling much better than the what is this? The Tarot of the Divine. Page of Wands, that's good. Seven of Swords. So we're seeing maybe an issue, but we'll see what we'll see what comes out after. Oh, okay. There's movement. So a little bit of a change here, but it doesn't seem bad because we have a Seven of Swords going to the seven that is the Chariot. So we're trying to figure out what exactly is going on. There might be some roughness when it comes to this. I don't see it as a rejection. I don't see it as like complete bad news. It just might seem like something's like off, right? So um I'm I'm leaning more toward like one person or like people that you have to talk to, possibly just not offering you information that you feel is like really helpful. The publisher prints the perfect size decks, but the paper is out, doesn't it? The paper is obnoxious. But right, a change though that comes in very good because we have the chariot that swaps from my least liked card to one of the best cards, which is smooth transition. You see it down here, which starts off as rough, like, where are you going? What's the timeline for this? Is everything falling into place or not? Just questioning things. But then we get into a very smooth journey of the chariot. We have two great cards over here. Page of Swords is a very smart card. So you don't see the hastiness of like the Knight of Swords, where it's like not planned well, moving too quickly. Uh, in fact, he's normally seen as somebody who's educated. A lot of the time, when they draw or illustrate the Page of Swords, they are either like reading a book, or there's some depiction of them in an academic setting. So we see somebody very smart. Um, the High Priestess is unveiling to you what's coming, and you've been getting the High Priestess quite often. And that to me is saying that something very good is coming toward you very soon. So you're getting a response. I feel strong about this one. There's still, like I said, could be another option just in case. And I'm not saying like it's one's better or worse. I'm saying just in case last minute you're like, you're not feeling it, or like say something happens and you're like, I don't really want that energy around me. There's still another option that can come through that can like um you know you swap over, but you still reach the same success. Now the Chariot, I do want two more cards for, because I want to see what energy carries over and if there's a removal of things that are negative. Okay, we have Queen of Swords, which is good. Where is it covered in this one? Oh, that sucks. Ooh, the Empress. Okay, so you do end up with very quick movement, and you end up in a place that you need to be, right? Your U card is coming out with the Queen of Swords and the Empress, so you have that strong position, or a higher position for you. So lots of success from this place. This has a good energy to it. I think whatever this is, like over here, this energy, I think it just needs to um it's an initial energy and needs to pass so that you can move on to this energy, which is very good for you, very like seemingly streamlined. There's it seems like it's rough at first, but once it gets out of this negativity, we see smooth energy. So maybe it's just somebody else handling things, like maybe whoever you initially talk to or interact with, they're just, not doing things the right way. They're not handling things the right way. And then you move over here and it's like this person's gone. And now you're in this movement forward. Well, don't be worried. Whatever this is seems like one specific situation. It won't be a no. Like it won't result in a rejection or anything. It just feels to me like this person just like you you're not compatible with whoever this is. Like sometimes people at like higher up positions, whatever, they're too fixated on their position, their status, that they don't actually help you. They more so like tell you what you've done wrong and not how to fix it. But here you're ending up in your truest form. Well, two truest forms actually. Your Queen of Swords and your Empress. Empress is everything you hope to be. She's very stable. She has a great job. She has a great surrounding. She has admiration from others. She's well aware of, the ups and downs of life, but she handles them with the greatest amount of grace. You know, she does not let things rock her. But you also have like a stronger decision making, um, law, judge, lawyer, justice energy with that Queen of Swords. So you're seeing both come through. It's like you get the best of both worlds with those two cards. So whatever that is, it's just a swap. You know, don't worry too much about it. It's just a swap. I'm not sure why it's just one person in particular. And that is, like I said, the Seven of Swords has always like one person or one issue that just has to pass. Like you can't get out of that situation, or that person just like won't change, won't give. So once they're removed, you have smooth sailing. It might be somebody that just gives you a little snark, you know, and you're just like, you're not feeling it. I know I had somebody like that. I went to ask them for some guidance, and they were like, oh, why didn't you do this, and this? And it was just basically like them getting mad at me. And then I went and go talk to the teacher, and the teacher's like, you don't have to do any of those things. So, you know, you could just have situations that people are people, you know. Just have situations where there's just somebody that causes a little bump, and then you kick them to the curb. I swear I saw an upside down card in here right now. But, oh, Sugarcane! Hello, how you doing? I thought I saw an upside down card right now, but I would notice it because the reverse is noticeable. Obviously, like if they're upside down, you'd notice. Yeah, I still see it as the best. I still see it as like something that's right up there, that's going to give you like a very good position, something that really helps you to reach that like Empress status. So it looks great. Oh my god, I sort of like don't want to pull out more cards because they're fantastic cards that are coming out already. But we'll pull out a few more. I've been good. I hope you've been good. Okay, I'm going to stop there because I feel like that is complete for that third question. We have Justice. Once again, your card, a card that comes out so often for you as leading you in like the right direction, or like a sign that says like you've hit this point. You know, it's something that continuously says you're on the right path. So I love when this card comes out for you because it means good things are coming. So we have Justice, we have the Sun, obviously happiest card of the deck. That's like all the things you want, all things you hope for, everything that you know you're working hard on coming through for you. So you do have a very good second card. And then of course the Fool has like normally like we'd see a ton of different energies from the Fool, but in this situation I'm seeing it as both a new start, meaning like you're in a new energy, a new age for you, as well as a relief. So you're not holding on to the energy of, you know, the last whatever amount of months, the energy of the other cards. So 3 cards across the board that have such fantastic vibes to them. I really do love the way that that Sun has come out in the middle, and that they're all 3 major arcana. So you have just really good, smooth energy. Even if like justice came out, I'd say like, oh, that's good for you. If the fool came out, I'd say that's good for you because it's you know, what you've been wanting, what you've been hoping for. But to have all three together, it's just really such a great place for you. So I see that testing, I see it going really well. I'll pull out one more card just to see if there's anything else here. Four of Wands, another card of celebration. So fur cards, great for you. With this, don't how to hold on. Let me rearrange that sentence. If you want to ask people for help, go for it. You know, don't be worried about asking a question that might be like you think it's a dumb question or you think you should know it. Um, don't do that to yourself. Feel free to ask people because they are there to support you. You see that in the sun, as being a support system, as well as in um, the Four of Wands. Normally, that depiction would be all the people that support you around you, building you up. So if there's anything like you need help or you need advice or something, if there's somebody around you that you know has that knowledge or you think can help you, ask them. Don't be worried about how you might look or how they might take it. I'm sure that they'll be, well, definitely be helping you because it just like it's the sun. Oh, because I actually thought about asking someone a question. Oh, okay. Well, don't feel like you can't. It's definitely like there's a good group surrounding you, and as you move forward, I think a lot of helpful people start coming through. So always ask if you need to. And also, sugarcane, don't apologize over BBs. That's wonderful. I'm so happy you get all your time taken up with children, lovely little babies. That's always nice, you know. Always nice to have new life. Oh, I'm throwing stuff. See, I swear I saw it. Hold on. I swear there's an upside down card in here. Or a reverse card. I swear I saw the rabbit on top right now. It's driving me insane. I'm like either delusional, I'm seeing things. Why are these two cards stuck together? It keeps flashing like every time I well, all of a sudden you email just to say hi and see how you're doing. Oh, well, just checking in to say that you're still alive and that you're having fun playing with the babies. You know, always wonderful. I'd rather you all be incredibly busy and never able to attend a stream than here missing out on life. Hold on, I just saw a card that, what is this card? Hold on. Okay, we're gonna see what it is. It's the Page of Cups. Not sure who the Page of Cups is for, but if the Page of Cups coming out, hey, that's freedom. That's something nice. Not associated with anyone. Just sometimes a card that's nice to have. No, she didn't have a baby. Her children had babies roughly the same time. So she has 2 grandchildren. 2 grandbabies. Imagine that, having all your arms filled up, nothing to do but take care of the babies. That's really exciting. Two grandchildren at once. Imagine like the fun and the you know what, that'd be good too, because then you could just get them the same, well, get them gifts at the same age so that you don't feel like, you're getting one something that the other one would want. Oh my god, you're having another baby. I'm jelly. I keep seeing baby toys on TikTok, like kids toys, and I'm like, how dare I want all of these. Maturity, right? Okay, so for you, Techie, when it comes to the last question, we'll get one more card out because why not? We almost flew. I almost got all the cards flying everywhere. So we have Nine of Pentacles, Five of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, sorry, King of Wands, Ace of Wands, Four of Wands, King of Cups, as well as the Emperor. So I feel like this has very comfy energy to it. It has a romance, but it also has a comfort. So it's not something that you feel like you really have to be perfect for. It's not something where, like you got to dress up and put on a show or even try like to to be perfect around other people. It just has a comfort to it. So it's a nice I want to say it feels like a walk somewhere. This could be like going to the park. This could be going to an area that just has like a nice energy around it. And then we see that you're moved to a different area, like, to eat, to sit and talk. So if normally Five of Pentacles, not a good card. But in this situation, it's like she's being taken away. So it's like she's being taken to something that's much more comfortable, seeing as it's following into the Queen of Pentacles, comfiest card ever. So, um, it has just like, I feel like a very considerate vibe to it. Like being aware of what will make you happy, not having too much going on, not having like it so noisy you don't feel like it's a personal environment, or it's an environment where you really feel like you can talk or you can feel connected, right? So I'm feeling, what is it, like dimly lit, sort of like restaurant that's got like a calm vibe to it. Almost like those like cafes that seem like bookstores at the same time, but it's just got a really calm, like mature but peaceful environment to it. There's not a lot of crowding in it, so it's definitely not like a lot of people. But I do feel like that transfers to something else where there are more people. So there might be something that's like just a walk, a nice little walk to that initial restaurant, and then, eating, just chilling, relaxing, and then you go somewhere else. And now there could be two things. Either it takes you back to its place because the emperor is at his home. Um, there's also a house in the background of the Four of Wands, but this could be to something that's a little livelier, perhaps like a bar. Oh god, I had the word and then it just like boop, out of my head. A little gathering spot, a little place where there's music and drinks or music people. so you could just relax. So it doesn't feel like it's just a one spot drop off. It feels like there's like actual process of getting to know each other, um, spending some time with each other. I think this person will try to make it like more comfortable for you. Try to joke around. Try to um, make it like less. What is it like less awkward, right? So there's that part of just being like sweet, kind, funny. But then there's also the part of like the King of Wands, the Page of or Page, King of Wands, Ace of Wands, Four of Wands, as well as the Emperor. Those are all fire energies. They're all very strong, like passion filled. Just sensual, thinking about you, bringing you closer. I'm not sure if it's this person's type to sort of like immediately take you back to their place, but it's definitely like at least stay close, get to know you. But you have Mr. Romance himself, the King of Cups, and that feels like a very nice romantic evening. At least there's gentlemanliness coming through here, with these cards, and we don't see the ego of the King of Wands as strong in this deck, so that's nice. Because if it was like the strong ego of or the stronger energy of the King of Wands, I'd be like, yeah, perhaps a little more what they want, less what you want. We probably should do that on the first name, not a post. I like, just saying. But I give you all the good, especially for the testing. I feel like you've got it, but still a lot of good, a lot of happy. What can I expect soon that will be good? Yes, I still feel that school is the best option. It's still coming through as like your ultimate form. So like I said, there still seems to be a backup just in case you feel like you want something else, but it's still coming through as the right choice for you. Six of Cups, Nine of Swords. We have Death. Oh, okay. Ace of Cups. Sorry that I. Oh no worries. Okay, so for you, Mariana, what you can expect coming through soon that's good is um a lot of like changes in a lot of different areas. So we see the Ace of Cups as multiple areas of your life. This is like money, finances. Why did I hear like a speaker right now? Just give you the heads up. Perspective sense over this channel. Oh, well, I send you protective energy and like a quick dispersal of the everything of the storm. You stay safe. Alright, so it feels like there's been a lot of hard work going on. It feels like a lot of like um a lot of like changes for you. You sort of rearranging some things around you to better suit you. Um, but just make yourself more comfortable. It feels like a lot of like it's been a while of you doing all this hard work, a long time of you focusing on, certain aspects just to get by or get to this more predictable stage. And as we go through it seems like you had to let go of like quite a bit. Um, Maybe the beginning of last year seemed to be like probably the strongest time for this, but we see that it's finally like it's a relief. All this energy coming through is a big relief for you because death is signifying finally the end of all this. Finally, no more frustrations, no more things that are like really, causing nightmares. You're finally getting things coming through for you without like having to fight or, break down walls and stuff to get that access that you need. It's all just smoothly coming into your life. So expect this, like I said, it's soon because it feels like you're in the midst of this and you're just waiting for it to end. Sometimes when it doesn't like end immediately, it can be like um just a uh sorry, I heard something. Sometimes when it doesn't end immediately, it could just be like something like just a little leftover, something that still needs a little continuation. But otherwise, um, I feel like lots of good news, lots of good changes. Might all not all come at once, like I've said before, but it looks great. Purely because you got this end with death and the rebirth into the Ace of Cups, where lots of abundance, lots of overflow. Send out. No way. That it's like you can send them home. You can get rid of them when you're tired. Okay, we have what awaits me in the next following weeks. We have the Moon, the Four of Cups. Oh. Ooh, Ace of Cups. The Emperor. Two of Wands. Temperance. And the Four of Swords. White noise. They're saying 12 to 15 inches. Oh my god. Wow, that's... Wow. So, for you, when it comes to what awaits you in the next following weeks, you have three major arcanas with the Moon, the Emperor, as well as Temperance. And it feels like a little balancing coming through and a little bit of like a reassigning of importance, what it is that you want to do. But this feels very like you. It feels very much like what it is that you want to do in life, what you are chasing after, what your goals are, what will bring you happiness, and letting go of things that aren't bringing you those things, or maybe creating just a frustrating situation. But it feels like movement here. With the Two of Wands, that would signify actual like movement, relocation, reassignment. But um look toward, I want to see like the next It's a new job. Yeah. It feels quick. Like you said 2 weeks and we have a 2 here. We do have a 4. Well, wait, we have 3 4s in the Emperor, the 4 of Cups, as well as the 4 of Swords. So 4s, what, 4 divine protection, encouragement, guidance. Heading in the right direction. Oh, okay. So you're headed in the right direction, and it will get you to a point where you can finally relax, because you do see the ending in the 4 of Swords, and the 4 of Swords is just a moment to pause, a moment to just be peaceful, content, comfortable. Just like relaxation completely. So lots coming through. I do feel like it's aligning with those 2 weeks. So it's not like far off. It's not something that you have to wait for an eternity for. It feels very soon that it's coming through. So I feel good about this one. I feel like it's right there for you. Um and keep looking, but it feels like the search is like finally ending and you're getting what you're hoping for. But I send you all good vibes, all well wishes. Ooh. If I didn't have upside down cards, reversed cards, and that, I surely did now with the way I just shuffled that. Hubert, it is your turn. Okay. 654. Ooh. Okay, I want to move an hour away, but I would have to leave my current job and get a new one in another city, which I enjoy very much. I have met good friends. Any advice? Okay, let's see. We have. Do I want one more shuffle? No. Yeah. Okay. We have the Wheel of Fortune, which is working in your favor. King of Wands is actual movement for you. Two of Wands, once again, movement. Hanged Man, Three of Pentacles, which would be a job. I do feel like it would be. Ooh, you have the Lovers. A good time for you. Possibly late March. Early April to start looking for possible places that you'd like to live, as well as jobs, because of the timeline that I'm seeing across these cards. You definitely don't want to start too late, but it feels like that's the right time to pursue these things. So you do have movement, which would confirm that a move is good for you within 2 cards, like actual relocation within the King of Wands and the Two of Wands. The Chariot is movement as well. So it's showing relocation. The Hanged Man is a change of circumstances or change of positions, something that would better suit you, being in a better area or being near people that you care about. And Three of Pentacles with the Lovers, that's a workplace that suits you really well. You're surrounded by good people that you get along well with around your birthday. It might be. I know there's a card somewhere in here that has a birthday cake. Well, this one actually has cake. But Wheel of Fortune has come out of the first card, so it is working in your greatest favor. Something that definitely feels like it is right for you. It's good for you. So just, look for it. Start No. No Three of Cups, no Four of Wands, only two Wands, and the Three of Pentacles. Oh, Taurus. Okay, so we're looking at, yeah, I would say that probably around your birthday, that would be the time frame that would be best suited. Just um don't grab the first thing that pops up, because sometimes, yeah, it's not Four of Wands. um I don't think it's Three of Cups, but I know it's not Four of Wands, because Four of Wands is, well, Four of Wands has a slice of cake on it. It's over here at the bottom of the deck, but one has a full cake on it. Yeah. Oh well, that's good. Be out there in search of it. That one's not cake. That's a mushroom. Oh, it's Ace of Pentacles. It's Ace of Pentacles that has a cake on it, like a full cake. Everything else has like a slice of cake. And I think Six of Cups might also have a cake on it, if I'm remembering. I know. But I send you all the well wishes in hopes that this comes quickly. Oh, Three of Cups has a ton of cakes. That one has like hundreds of cakes on it. Oh, well, thank you. I send you goods, I know, I was trying to figure out which one it was, because I'm like, wait a minute, there's one, I don't even know where it is. I'm like shuffling away. Oh no, that's like our like Sundays or something. This one, Ace of Pentacles. That's the one with the full cake on it that you can like noticeably see without thinking too much about it. And then Three of Swords is more of it looks like a wedding cake. I didn't realize these cards had so much cake on them. I'm not even a cake person, and now I'm like thinking about cake. Hello, I speak my truth. Welcome in. I hope you're doing well. Hope you're having a good day. We're throwing stuff. Scorpio's perspective of me. Me trying to like, I'm doing it again. I'm sitting in this chair is so crooked, and I have a better chair on the opposite side of the table, and I should probably just use it. Oh, I'm doing good. We have Six of Cups. We have Five of Pentacles. Are these? No. No, they are free reads. You just join the list. Extra questions are paid, but one free question in the streamies. The Hierophant, Ace of Swords, Page of Pentacles, Nine of Cups. Okay, so I feel like the Scorpio wants to have a clear conversation with you without any interruptions, without anybody coming in and saying something that's going to disrupt things. Nothing that would be like an outside influence. But it doesn't feel like they have the opportunity, or it feels like somebody else keeps coming through and like disrupting things. But Six of Cups, as well as Knight of Cups, have a strong connection. They're very, very, very connected to you. Those are my like soulmate, soul energy cards. Somebody that you're tied to, somebody that's meant to be in your life. So it's not like they can really be ripped away, but they think about you often. They see you as somebody who um is very close to them. And sometimes when I say like soulmate energy, it doesn't necessarily mean like the one side romantic, only kind of energy. Sometimes it just means that like you're connected to somebody on a higher level, and you were created to be a support for each other, or your souls need each other. Something that like when you're with them, you feel complete, or you feel like they support you. They provide you with something that um well, that's frustrating. Sorry to hear about that. I don't feel like they're going to be successful because we have them coming back to you, and I feel like cutting off whatever that negative energy is. And since we do end with the Knight of Cups, I would say if that Knight of Cups wasn't there, I'd be a little worried because it wouldn't bring itself back around to that original energy. But since it does here, there's really nothing to worry about. It's it's just whoever this is that's, trying to drag them away or say something. We did have. Oh. Well, hopefully it'll end because of the Queen of Swords that can um I'm not seeing her as like a cutoff. I'm not seeing her as um the complete end of things. I'm seeing it more so as like she's indicating a removal of that negative energy. But I'd say they care about you, they're connected to you, there's still strong energy there. And it's not something that can break. Um so once this person's influence ends, we're not seeing like a continuation or them like really ruining everything. So hopefully this person will back away fast. Ooh, love reading. Of course. Let's see. Romantic, let's go. I don't know, we'll just pull out some cards and see what they say. Anything they want to bring up. What man is going to sweep her off her feet? Of course, you take care, you get all the positives and the negatives. Okay, do you have a Knight of Pentacles coming? Ooh, Ten of Cups. The Magician. This is a nice, calmer energy for you. A lot of good like balance going on. You have the Sun as well as the Ten of Wands. So it feels like you're busy, but busy in a good way because the Sun is coming out. The Sun indicates a lot of like happiness, right? So even if you have a negative card next to it, it still has. Hold on, let's try to drive up. I want a bag of cash. You have the Nine of Cups. So it has a very good overall vibe to it. Very good energy for you. Surrounded by a lot of happiness, a lot of just very good like people. I don't feel like they're bringing in a lot of drama. Um I don't know if there's one person in particular that brought drama maybe like 2 months ago, possibly 3, but we're not seeing any drama. The Sun, 10 of Cups, and 10 of Wands. Honestly, it's like I said, keeping busy, but in a very good way. There might also be some people that are coming through. Um, well, I feel like there are people in like 100% coming through, but that might take like a month or so for them to arrive. But ooh, no neighbor. I don't see anybody naked. I mean, the Nine of Cups is the caterpillar, and he doesn't have any clothes on. So, maybe. LOL. But it looks like a good time for you to focus on multiple things. Keep yourself busy, even though it feels like even though it feels like there's a lot going on. It's a lot going on in a good way. There has, or at least the magician has money, it has family, it has communication, it has adventure, it has romance all up in it. It could be somebody coming through. It could be somebody that's just approaching as a friend. Not necessarily romance. It could just be a friend. Wink, wink. But it honestly, it looks like whatever it is, it's not busy in a bad way. You're not feeling like crap. You're not like things aren't overwhelming you. You're not being thrown all over the place and feeling like you just, you'll never get a break or anything. Definitely a good kind of busy. Good people around you. I send you the good vibes. I send you no naked men, only clothed men. It's true. Oh, maybe if you had called the cops, you would have gotten a policeman who was like near retirement, Wink, wink. Wink, wink. But hey, who am I? Who am I? Oh, wink, wink, wink. See? Come on, don't you want that sugar cane? Don't you? No, clothed, clothed. Clothed. College, a bunch of guys and girls tricked because there was a blizzard. Ugh, I don't need to see naked people in a blizzard. Hello, Shirley. Welcome in. Okay, we have, may I ask how, may I ask how my work, why am I reading so poorly? May I ask how will my work do this week? I want to work out. Okay, new students or an offer. Okay, we have the Three of Wands, we have Ace of Cups, Three of Cups. So I feel like there's more students coming through. Ace of Wands. I don't really, you might be changing. Hold on. Is this, I'm not getting any major arcana. So if there's like one major arcana that said stay or go, I'd be really. Queen of Wands. No major arcana here. So we have Three of Wands, Ace of Cups, Three of Cups, Ace of Wands, Six of Swords, Ten of Wands, Queen of Wands. Heavier wand with one, two, three, four. Four wands. We have two aces, two threes. Um, I'd say over the next 3 months, it feels like you'll get more students, but ultimately there will be a move or a job change. Like you'll get that job that you've been um wanting, the one that you've been hoping for or looking for. There's a lot of work in the meantime, meaning there's a lot of things that you have to put your energy into, a lot of things you have to focus on before you actually move. So I'd say don't step like directly into something. Don't think it's going to be um like instantaneous. It does need a little transit time. Um, but I do feel like both sides of this are going to um, sort of be what works out. You'll get new students as well as a job offer, and the new students might come from the job offer. So, just like I said, over 3 months transit time. Does that mean I can't be re-added? I was cleaning stuff away for a moment. I will re-add you to this because you're new here, but normally, yes, if you're not here when you're called, you get removed and you don't get re-added because normally people here will jump on the list and then leave, join another stream, and then come back like 20 minutes later or something, and be like, I'm here. But there wasn't that big of a uh gap. Was there 4 minutes? Not that. Not that bad. So if it was gone for like 10 minutes, then I'd let Gene control that situation. So a re-add is fine. So surely that's what I'm seeing. Um, over the next 3 months or so, it might be sooner. Sometimes, like I say, like I give a bigger timeline than normally, it would be, even if it comes like in 2 days, even like if the card said 100% it's going to happen tomorrow, I'd still say like within a month. I like to round it up just in case there's, give or takes in that energy. So allow it to come through, allow it to process when it needs to, but I do see it working out. Okay, time for Chunkies if you have the questions. Wishing you the best. I don't think he has a question though, to be honest. But if I say that, then he'll definitely have a question. So I'm sure he definitely has a question. Hopefully. I hope he like went away and he's like getting food or something. And then we could be like, oh no, you missed your turn. Oh, look at that. Okay, Rena, go ahead, post your question. You think? He's free. Don't tell him that. Don't tell him that. Don't let him know that. Okay, so for Rena, we have the Chariot. So if somebody is going through quickly, the Magician, Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Cups, Three of Wands, Knight of Cups, and Three of Pentacles. So feels like somebody that's making their way to you. Feels like possibly somebody who's been making their way for a while. Whatever, tell him how much you like and respect him. It feels like somebody that's been like a long time coming, so their arrival is speeding up. I don't feel like it's much longer. We start off with a Chariot, which is a quicker arrival in this sense. Normally that would be Cancer, so we'd be looking at the end of June and most of July. But I feel like it might be sooner. We're entering, or we're in Pisces season, so it could be the end of Pisces season that this person comes through, and then we see it move into um, something more stable by May. But like I said, I'm not really seeing like definitive timeline with this person's arrival. They have a good job. They're a very caring person. They have a good family around them. I don't think they get to do much because they seem more like they're all well, majority of work, very little play. So it's somebody who really dedicates most of their time to their job, but they are serious when they're looking for somebody. And we see that in the Knight of Cups, the Three of Pentacles, as well as the Ace of Pentacles. Those are very permanent cards, like long-lasting partnership, something that is more than just a fling or an interest, a date. You know, it's something that they really genuinely um want, like long term. So it's, I wish I could give you a timeline, but I'm really not seeing any. Um, they've got a pretty much everything in the right place. They're coming through as the magician. That's somebody who's very balanced. They might be slightly older than you, because we see some like older characters, or grade characters here with the caterpillar, as well as the Knight of Cups. But good money, good longevity, somebody who takes relationships serious, somebody who's romantic, somebody who's fun. You might meet them out at like a park or an outdoorsy area. I don't feel like there's a lot of people when you meet. It might be at like a cafe or something, because there's a lot of cups that are standing out to me. Wildlife. Imagine if it's a zoo. That'd be fun. But that's what I'm seeing for this person. Definitely before July. um, ew, I got some, what you call it, in my mouth. Okay, next up we have I Speak My Truth. Sending all the good vibes to you, Rena. Sending all the positives. Hope you do well. Hope you have a good week ahead. Okay, what do I need to follow this when it comes to healing right now? Like what? Okay, let's see. Oh wow, I shuffled that a lot and the Chariot still came out. Okay. The Chariot, the Hanged Man. Okay, based on those first two cards, I think you're overevaluating or overevaluate. Yeah. Like you're overevaluating the way that you critique yourself, right? I feel like you find a flaw and maybe you make it into something that's huge and feel like you need to change it, but you're so focused on it that you don't realize it wasn't really a major flaw to begin with. That was just something that was like part of your personality, and something that was good about you, something that made you unique, or something that really like formed your consciousness. It's something that was meant to stay. But it's more so like, don't get too caught up in trying to make yourself perfect or completely healed, because we have the opportunity to focus on things one at a time, see what it is that is like most important at the moment. So the Six of Cups is my soulmate card. It's my card of like the truest partner that's meant for you, the one that's like set to you to be with you, to boost you, to elevate you. And this is something that, like, alongside the Four of Wands, something that um I feel like is coming into your life very soon. So it's time to prep for this arrival of this like union, this happiness, this like feeling of really trying, like, finding somebody you're compatible with. It doesn't always have to be like a romance. It can be a person that you just like, completes you. But for now, I would say don't critique yourself um too much. Don't think like every single thing you have to change, because sometimes, if you're so caught up in, say, like, you were very critical toward people in the past, so you decide you're not going to be critical at all. You can go so far as to allow people to walk all over you, It's about finding the balance between them, right? You want to have both, a less critical mindset, but you also want to be able to keep the negatives at bay. So it's about not about being purpose about, yeah. But that's the thing, it's like, don't find flaws that aren't bad about you, because with these cards, there is nothing here that says there's something super negative, right? That there's something that you have to change at this moment in order to reach, a better form of yourself, in order to love yourself more. And that might be part of it, to realize that maybe just pausing and saying you're good as you are. There's always room for improvement, but you're good as you are at the moment, and then that will help your healing. Because I think you're piling on a lot. I don't like when the Eight of Wands comes out, because it can signify that there's a lot going on, and it's harder to take control over it. It's harder to focus on that, like, one thing at a time. So just take it, if you have to just focus on one thing that's like bothering you. For these cards, I'd say right now, you don't give yourself the affection that you need to. And this isn't like I know a lot of people will say, and I've seen it like quite often, where they say, like, pamper yourself, go to the salon and get your hair done, or blah blah blah, It's not that. It's just saying, like, you know, if you need a break, if you just want to relax, if you want to be at home, in comfy clothes, those are the things that you need to be more considerate of yourself. You need to be happy with yourself. You need to just spend time with yourself. I think it's more so I need to survivor trauma, so I don't keep letting people hurt much. Well, good thing is about this assortment of cards, you see death, and death sometimes comes at like a time that you don't expect it to come. And that's more like, not saying like true death. I'm saying more of like the end of one stage, so that it can allow for that rebirth. And with the Light Seers Tarot, the death card actually says rebirth on it, and it has an infinity sign that allows it to go in cycles of death to rebirth, death to rebirth. So you're always at a stage where, even if you feel like it's the worst, it's going to start over into something better. So you always have that chance to renew. And I feel like right now you're entering that stage of reevaluation and ending that, so you can allow um the positive to come through, right? Positive with the Four of Wands and the Six of Cups. I think you're doing good. um you have the King of Pentacles. That's a very stable person, and if that's your energy, right, with the King of Pentacles, you're um you're very sure of yourself as the King of Pentacles. And it might be, how to put this, King of Pentacles is a little stubborn, but he's stubborn in all the right ways. Like, he knows what comfort is. He wants to stay comfortable. He knows like the best thing to do, the best choices to make. And it might be frustrating for like the other cards and stuff to see, but it didn't get him to stability just being, random in choices. And that the Queen of Pentacles normally is a self-love card of her, like she's in her little room with all things she loves, her hobbies and interests surrounding her, and she's not doing anything for anybody else but herself. She's just comfy. She made an earning for herself. She surrounds herself with things that make her happy. Um, and she doesn't let people really rock her, make her feel like she's not worth anything. So you might be time to enter. You might need to enter the King of Pentacles so that you could make your way into the Queen of Pentacles, because you need to be more strong about this, stronger with your approach. So, like I said, mainly I would say at the moment, if anything, just treat yourself, right? Do things that make you happy. Normally Four of Wands would be another person, celebrating a union, but it's just her. And she's here with her cats, and she's got her little picnic going on. It's just her. It's not there for anyone else. It's just there for her. And then once you've got all these things focused, you can allow this better love to come through. Somebody who sees you, somebody who reaches out to you. I have a cat. Well, there you go. You spend some nice quality time with your cat. You sit there and you're like, I'm throwing a party for me. That's it. You don't have to invite anybody. You don't have to make a big scene of it. You can just be like, I am throwing a party for me. It's like I bought myself, or I bought myself stuff for Valentine's Day every year. I don't need somebody else to buy me things. It's nice when people buy me things, but I'm going to buy myself stuff because I don't need to rely on somebody else, making me feel better. Oh, I need to be, but it's about becoming more whole. And not allowing people to mistreat me more. I need to heal and do more. Well, that's awareness. So you should be proud of yourself for being aware of what you're going after. I can buy myself flowers, right? You can buy yourself a lot of things. You don't need somebody else to give you things to feel loved. You don't have to make amends with things, Yeah. I know most people, you want to be perfect, but it's I was watching something one day and it was like the forgiving people, forgiving what people have done, and letting it go. And it was like this person was just like, don't think about it. They wronged you, forgive them, move on. But then they said, or somebody else came along and they're like, but if you forgive them, and allow them to re-enter, then you're allowing them to do it again, so you can't become a doormat after that, right? So it was finding the balance. And then this random video popped up. The person in it was like something like, God said forgive, he never said forget. And he said you can love them from a distance. And it was like, oh, that's the perfect way of thinking of it. Love them from a distance. Forgive them from a distance. Yeah, it's all about just releasing it so it's not a burden to you. Because who cares if it's a burden to them? If it's a burden to you, you gotta let it go. You gotta give control over to something else and say, it's not mine. It's not mine to carry forever. But you're on the right path. I believe you are. So it's more, focus on treating yourself well, forgiving yourself, allowing yourself to be imperfect. And of course, I send you the good vibes, the well wishes, the positives. Just keep that in mind. Don't set goals for yourself that are out of reach. Don't think you're too, like, flawed, that everything needs to be fixed. And if you get angry and you fall off, get back up, start walking forward, and don't let it weigh you down. Ooh, Seven of Swords. Got a Seven of Swords coming through. I forgive for my own general peace. Not because I want to. That sounds really bad. But for my own peace, I forgive. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. I'm like, I'm going to remember this forever. But I'm going to forgive you. Stay away from me. It doesn't leave it on. Yeah, well, that's what I was getting at right here. I don't really like these cards. And I'm sure you don't like them either. They're not the best cards for. You see, that's it, right? Stay away. Just keep your distance. You don't need to call me. Like, come on. You don't need to message me. You don't need to acknowledge my existence ever again. Thank you. But obviously that's not how the world works. So, Jean, I'll be honest, don't care for this person. Really don't like their energy, their reaction, their response, their flippy floppy, their fixation. I really don't care for the way that it just seems to be undecided. I dislike the Seven of Swords. You dislike it. It's our least favorite card, and it's in a position that's, like, to me, looking for something, right? Because we have the Two of Wands, the Page of Wands. They're both looking forward. They're looking towards something, and it's that transit energy that's just bothering me. There's also Judgment, and a quick judgment, because the Knight of Swords is next to it. And I hate that they're, like, quick things, because that means there's not a lot of consideration being put into it. It's not something that's slow and well planned. It's something that's, like, abnormally fast. It's just all thrown at you. Yeah, that's the way I'm feeling this. It's like there's a suspicion, and even in the Empress here, there's like she's helping her, but you still see, like, a worry about it. I don't think it's going to last forever, because the Empress does come out and it feels a little better. But for now, and I say, like, maybe the next month or two, it just feels like they're evaluating. They're trying to figure out how they feel about you, how truthful you are, which is annoying, of course, because you don't come out with, like, horrible cards, or, like, throwing people off bridges or something. Never had a negative. Yeah. Oh, that's what I think. It's a weird energy to be a part of. But hopefully it'll clear up, and we'll see if there's anything that will clear up. We have Ace of Wands. We have Six of Wands. Okay, that's like coming back from hastiness, having a lot of people. I don't feel like I has told him anything negative. I feel like this person just, if anything, might be like, is too perfect, or I don't like the influence. Maybe they're just the type that's like, they like having majority of influence on things. I it's a mixture of emotions. They might be waiting for something that says like, "Oh, see, I told you," but I don't think they'll find it. The best I can say here, or the most positive thing I can leave you with, is you still have a good energy about you. You're still moving forward pretty stable. It's not something that's going to rock you. Um, I think this person just seems like, I don't know, they might all be overall like the suspicious type. This might be something that they're always with. They're always suspicious of everyone. But this can also be somebody who's just like, how do I feel about you, or if I's getting too close to um if they're this person's like, I need a little room, a little judgment. Yeah. It's interesting though, because I haven't gotten a weird energy from anyone. This is the first time that I've gotten the Seven of Swords from somebody that is around you, like, that doesn't seem to be, you know, ha- it doesn't seem to know you well, if that makes sense. So for them to have that just randomly is very odd. Because I don't think that they themselves have anything against you, and I don't think anything they've said would create that. Just somebody who likes to start stuff, I'm guessing. Or suspicious. Imagine if it's really just somebody who is overall suspicious. I don't like the Seven of Swords, but yeah. Yeah. Let's hopefully it'll dissipate quicker. I do see it not being a problem in a month or so. But yeah. That could be, I didn't want to say it, but it could be the case where it's just like a woman issue. Which would be unfortunate. But too bad. You're going to have to force yourself into that situation. Gotta show up daily with lunch. This deck is perfect for this story. It is, I don't use it all that often, but here it is. Popping out. Of course, of course. Well, that was an interesting day of readings. I forgot I had um gone through a removal of people, and I was like, will they show up? And then I was like, they won't. They won't. But I'm more surprised that none of the people from last night didn't show up. Got the 5 stars. Oh, nice. 4 pentacles. Oh my god, what are those? Those are horrible cards. Oh, thank you. I'm gonna stay here for maybe like 20 more minutes. Oh no, it's like 10 more minutes. And then I'm gonna get going. Oh my god, that's what I was gonna tell you the other day too. Um, I was scrolling through TikTok and this person popped up. Well, for some reason it kept recommending me all these different reading channels and a lot of like I'm a psychic, let me prove it to you. But I was so shocked. This person had what looked like um two decks combined. It might have been more. I'm not sure, but I think it was like two tarot decks combined because one had the meanings on it and the other one didn't, or like the cards, didn't. And they were holding it like, how were they holding it? Like they were holding it like this, right? And when they would take a card out, rather than like normal, like flip over, right? They would do this. So every single card they were pulling out was in reverse. And I was like, I was just watching this and it was like every single card that they were pulling out. And then they put it over to the side. But then when they pick it up again, they flip it right side up. So it would start the process of pulling everything out in reverse. And it was so odd to me. They did the the shuffle I can't do because my hands don't hold cards well. The the one where they pull it out and they're like, whatever. Slide. I could do it if I tried, but I like this angle. But the way that they flipped them over, knowing that they were going to be in reverse, was just the oddest thing to me. Because I can see if you go like this, but it was all in reverse. But none of the deck was reversals. So it's like every single card that they pulled out became a reversal. But they were just doing yes or no's, and some were definitely not no's or yeses. I've also never seen somebody combine two decks. From an army, you just do that when you turn your card. You always. Yeah. Well, no, that's the thing is I can see it if it was shuffled. How do I put this? If it was there were reversals incorporated throughout the deck, like if they, allowed it to flip. But what I didn't get was that they were flipping it into a reversal and still giving it the positive reading in most cases. She's my ooh, that's fun. I don't have a lot of those people around anymore that like learn the old school way. It's sad because you like it's moments like those where you think of somebody where you're like, gosh, I wish I would have recorded these things, or I wish I would have been able to, log them down and have these on the books. It sounds like my favorite book. Well, when I was a kid, my favorite book was Gypsy Princess, and she was a fortune teller. I loved the way that book was illustrated. It was so beautiful. It was interesting. So much like I wish that some of the like really really old ones, you could just find information on. But I know you can, or like videos or something on. But I know because videos didn't become something until recently. We're not gonna get the ones from like the 1800s and stuff. Voice. We might have videos, but we're not gonna have voice videos. Videos with sound. Much a color and her mother came. She answered, "Oh, well, that sounds like fun." Yeah. Well, that's the thing is like the I feel like a lot of the people now take whatever they want and create like their own beliefs out of it and just like merge a bunch of different aspects of things together and say they're magic. But for the ones that truly did care, like the ones that really felt like there was a connection, it would have been nice for things, words. But it's always been more of a word of mouth thing, person to person rather than spreading it like to everyone. So she wouldn't talk to me about it. Just tell me don't do this when you grow up. Yeah, I see a lot like when I'm driving around or like just going through. What yesterday? Where'd we go? Just around the city. But when we're out and about, it was like I saw more psychic places than I've ever seen before, just popping up everywhere. And I was like, does everybody think they're psychic? I don't know what's for dinner. I haven't decided. I sort of want tostados or something. But I haven't made up my mind. Maybe some chips with a cheese sauce and refried beans. That sounds good too. Haven't had that in a while. I don't know if that skip more beans like it. No. There are quite a few God, what are they? Palm breeders on Sunset if you go when you're heading downtown. Um it's just like one after another. Like as you're like the closer you get to downtown, the more you see. No, I haven't been doing my well, I did my nails a couple weeks back, but I'm waiting for them to grow out a little more so I can paint them again. But they're natural. It's all them this time. Love refried beans. Same. I had my palm read once when I was really young. And I can't remember what they told me. But every time I see like the palm reading things, the oh no, let's not close. I was gonna go in a few minutes, but if you have any last questions, feel free. Um, whenever I see palm reading things, my lines don't match up with any of the things that they show. I have two boys, but she said our palm don't tell us about daughters. Yeah, go ahead. As long as I'm out of here by 6:30. Well, like 6:25, 6:20. I had a little like chicken salad-y thing with crackers earlier, and it was super delicious. And I'm like, oh, I should make that again. But then I'm like, wait a minute. Don't get yourself tired of that. Oh, get this one, Jane. I saw one reader that was saying that they were doubling their prices because they were entering a new um, gateway portal, and the gateway portal needed a doubling of prices. Yeah. Yeah. So they doubled their prices. I was like, sure. You pay more taxes. Yeah. And then they said something like they had doubled it. It was like $20 for like a 5-minute read, and then um like 35 or something like that for a 10-minute. And they're like, what did they say? Oh Oh, you might as well just pay for the 10-minute read because you're saving money in the long run. So it's a better option for you. And I was just like, what? You save like $5. And they never timed their readings before that, apparently. And they decided that they were going to start timing their readings. Okay, I got Techie's email. There are 3 questions. Okay, I was like, God, I was just like busting up, in all honesty. I was like, I know, isn't it? No, it's fine, no worries. I was like, really, are you gonna, I was thinking about, rounding up the price for the readings, because they changed the tax. So I was like, it would just be easier to round up. And then I was like, no, I don't want to charge people more. And no, a lot of times people, like, after the stream will send something, and like, I'm super appreciative of that whenever they send something after the stream, because that's super kind of them. But I could never do that. And even if I doubled it, I'd like double it to like 6. I wouldn't round it up or go above that. And at that, 6 still wouldn't even be a lot. And it's just like, how do you do that? You go from $10 for a 1 card, 5-minute read, to $20. Same thing. Now I'm caught up in my little rant about price increase. Okay, so I thought of one more. Oh, what was that? I guess it was a bug. Dada said how you would pay for each additional card. Or did they learn how to read it? I don't know. And the worst thing is, most of the time they just pull out a what you call it? What are they? An oracle card? And I'm like, what? Like, and they read it, and that's it. So, Teggy, for your first question, we do have a little bit of a time frame coming through because we have a quicker what you call it? A quicker card coming through. Oops. Yeah, like one of these, you know, one of the cards, and they're like, that's it. That's what we're starting with. I love these cards. They're beautiful, don't get me wrong. But like if you give me an oracle card and you just tell me what it says, I'm gonna blow it. But we're getting a little bit of a timeline. We have 4 wands. These are quicker energies. They're not the fastest, right? They're not swords, so we're not seeing this like tomorrow or next week. There's still a little bit of a journey because they're cards of a journey. But we're seeing good news because all your hard work is paying off. See that with the 10 of Wands? You've been working really hard. Then we have 2 of Wands, which still has that same 2 decisions, like I've been saying, like 2 options come toward you. You make that one decision and you're able to celebrate with that, you know, whatever it is that you actually want. You have 2 cards of 2 down here, by the way. So one is actually making the decision between 2 things. And then you have the 2 of Swords, which is just sort of waiting for the outcome, waiting for things to come through for you. But the 8 of Pentacles you're working really, really hard. Nine of Cups, you're seeing a transit into something that's a little calmer. Um, so you're not stressed, right? I would say they are top schools. And I say that not just because I'm like, trying to butter biscuits. I say that because the Four of Wands is a card, one of my favorite cards for celebration. I know a lot of people like the Three of Cups a lot. Like people love to see Three of Cups come out because it's usually like a group of people that are celebrating. But with the Four of Wands, it has like a whole community of people celebrating good news, celebrating a new stage, something that's coming through for you that's spectacular. So I think it is something that's great for you. Oh, who is this? Oh, look at the Ten of Cups and the Empress flew out. So you got some good cards here. They're actually the same person. I don't know if you can see. Let me pull them up. I don't want them to glare, but they're actually the same person in both cards. Like it's the same queen. So to me, you're the Empress getting your Ten of Cups, which is always fun. And I never noticed that. As long as I've had this deck, I have never realized like the Empress is in the Ten of Cups. There's something about 10 that's standing out. I'm not sure if it's like um a number, a distance. By number I mean like an like a street number or an address number, um a form, something that stands out. Maybe they have 10 of something or there's a 10 coming through, but it does look very promising for you and it seems soon. We're getting fire energy. Fire starts in March with Aries. So it's quicker. Just don't worry too much. I feel like the timeline is right for you. I don't understand. I read what the meaning of the cards are, so I'm a tarot reader now. And they read the book and they like to give readings. It's fraud. It is fraud. I love that for you too. I've seen a lot of people just, especially scrolling through TikTok, I see a lot of people that'll pull out the card and they're like, wait, let me get the book. Let me read what it says. Try not to. I know it's impossible, but minimal worry. One of her viewers said she's reading now because she's got something. Oh my god. Yeah. But like, are you really like when you're just throwing random things out there? Okay, we have the Six of Pentacles. We have the Four of Pentacles. Ooh, the Hierophant. King of Pentacles. Through. It's all pentacles. It's nothing but pentacles coming out. Let me shuffle it a little more. And not bad, okay, because you're getting pentacles and you said May, and that would be Taurus season. So you are getting confirmation on timeline, which they're all earth energies, including the Hierophant, which is actually Taurus. So it's confirmation. I've never had that many pentacles come out. Okay, we have the Lovers. We have the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, we got some We got some major arcana. We're good. That was a good one. I had to say that was a good one. That was a surprise. I'm happy with that one. Um, so we have the Lovers coming out, and the Wheel of Fortune. Obviously, the Lovers is a good sign because lovers, it's a relationship. Um, the Wheel of Fortune is things working in a way that you're hoping they'll work. And like I said, the Hierophant is Taurus, the Lovers is Gemini. So you'd see that overlap from May to June. Um, what else? I'm trying to think of something. Wheel of Fortune. That's one. Wheel of Fortune has a clock on it in this one. And the clock always stands out to me because it feels like it's trying to signal a time frame for you or the right time. And on this one, I think the big hand is on 6 and the little hand is on um wait, I feel like it says it's 6 o'clock, but whatever. um So we'd say like a 6 in that one. So I do feel like there's a romance for you. There's a connection here. If it does have all those pentacles, which is something that's building up, something that has to do with, um, I feel like somebody you know, which would hopefully be you know who. Um, but you have King of Pentacles, you have Three of Pentacles. That's somebody that's connected through work. Um, it's somebody who has a really great job. It's somebody who's very patient, very calm. They have a great sense of humor. This is definitely a strong connection here. And it's somebody that you're like waiting for an opportunity to, just be around, be near. The Lovers here in this card, I don't really like what is it? I don't really care for reading like the illustration because I don't see where the illustration lines up. But I just focus on the regular Lovers energy. Sounds like him. Well, that's good. Good. We have alignment. I'd say later half of May, earlier part of June is when this comes through for you. It doesn't feel like there's a hiccup. It doesn't feel like there's anything that will cause a delay. I think strongly here we're seeing somebody that you will enjoy spending time with, that you'll really like having around. Hopefully it's that person. I don't want to jinx anything, but hopefully it's you know who. And you have a lot going for you. It looks like a really nice like free time. Like something that's just open for you. You feel like it gives you a break from everything else. So I do see something. I'd focus, like I said, more on the later half of May, earlier half of June, as this coming through. It might be earlier in May, my timelines, but you have quite a few cards that overlap with that timeline. So we go to the third question. And we're going to get really clear, precise energy. High Priestess, Queen of Cups, Knight of Pentacles, already, I'm feeling like this is a yes because we have the same queen that was in the Ten of Cups as well as the Empress. Page of Swords. The World. Six of Cups. And Ten of Pentacles. Okay, I feel like this is a yes. For the foreseeable future. It feels like something that is very good for you. It's like a vital part of your future. There's something with this place in particular that is helping you, like assisting you, supporting you, just like creating a foundation for you that you don't realize they're creating. You have a lot of good people surrounding you, a lot of people that have like oh sorry um a lot of power, a lot of prominence, and if anything, um they really like you. Wait, it would be on a different. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think that you'd be around that person. Oh, that might be why the 8-9 was coming out a lot, as like where you no longer have that person around you, because I don't see it. I feel like it's their what is it? Their appreciation of you, the way they see you, the way that they like evaluate you. I think that it's very clear to them what you're capable of. And it might be something long term, like even after you go to school and stuff, they might be the ones that like get you into something, help you get your foot, through the door, because it seems like they have a very like deep connection with the people that they work with, or the people that they feel like can actually get far in life. So stay as long as you feel comfortable, because Ten of Pentacles did come out, and that's a good place for you money wise, because that's a stable income, generally like a more welcoming environment, a place that you feel you can like let your guard down at. So I'd say stay. Of course, time goes by, maybe a couple months from now, we'll ask again, see how it's doing. But I'd say it does look good. Okay. I send you all the good vibes, though. All the well wishes. Where'd I put the little cover for this? Definitely feel like we can make good money. Yeah. I like this place. Honestly, I really genuinely like. I know that there's some people that are annoying, that are causing issues, but I genuinely like the way that this place comes out for your future. It just feels very promising. Alrighty. I have plans to eat. um, I'm gonna go get some food or something. I also apparently I thought my mom only bought one recliner. Apparently she bought two, so I have two cars to put, or two chairs to put together. People will always be an issue, unfortunately. Hope I'm not. Oh no. Honestly, it's more me. Like, I feel guilty that you spend that money on me. So I'm like, you know, don't. But, yeah, it's fine. I don't feel like you're an energy vampire or anything. Like, I've had some other people, but I'm gonna go eat. Hopefully, I'll get. I don't know what I want to eat yet. But you guys take care. I will see you next weekend. I don't know. I sort of liked this time. I'll see how I feel about it, but I sort of liked Sunday night, Monday after, or Sunday night, Sunday afternoon. I remember. Like Jean's probably more traumatized than me, to be honest. The hair furniture was like anything else. I know. Good to see you all again. A couple months. You take care of those babies. Take care of them babies. Me and my life. God, I'm so happy that you have, new life, things around you that just give you joy. Okay. I will see you all next week. You all have fun. Take care. Avoid danger, storms, everything you can. Don't be traumatized by people. See you all. Give you all the good vibes, the well wishes, the wishy wishies. Finger hearts.